Alright, hey, this is Mega here, and so I'm shooting the video on the KO Moto controller again, so I shit you not, man, like 2 days after I finally got this thing all running, I updated the firmware and everything, they come out with a new app, alright? They came out with a new app where you need to use the laptop to update the firmware, alright? So we're gonna try, since I just updated the firmware, I hadn't really, the only thing I'd done is calibrated the throttle, alright? Well, I'm gonna try this new app out and I'll show you how it is, alright? So I'm not really making any how-to videos because this stuff changes like so fast. It's already out of date, alright? So I'm making these vlog videos to show you guys how easy or how hard, how difficult it is to get this thing running, okay? So I'm telling you, like, I'm having like a big headache here, man. But I got it all working, alright? So you can see the troubles that I'm going through. Hopefully this app will make it a lot easier, alright? I struggled a lot with the PC and stuff, okay? But I think once you get everything all set up and stuff, it'll be fine, okay? But when you're tuning the bike, it's much better to do it on the phone, alright? I'm not gonna lie. It's better to do it on a mobile, like on a device that's on the bike already. So before I used to have the NXT display on the bike, and I would just go mess around with the options, and then I would ride around, and then, you know, I could do all my tuning on the street, you know, easily. I don't have to go back, turn on my laptop and plug it in, do all that stuff. Yeah, so, but this is a little bit better than the laptop, alright? Because you can take your phone with you and you can change settings while you're out there and then just keep on riding around, okay? Is what I'm gonna say. Okay, so I'm gonna show you where you can get the app, and then we're gonna try to reload the firmware on here, okay? I don't think they updated the firmware yet, alright? But all the stuff that I showed you in the last video, like the website, where to download this and do that, it's all obsolete now already, okay? So that's just like, you know, whatever, man. Okay, all right, let's go check out where you can find this. They also have an iOS app, all right? So you can use your iPhone to do stuff now, so that's good. That helps a lot of people out, you know, that, you know, if you don't have a PC or if you don't have an Android phone, but if you do have an Apple phone, you can get your bike running, all right? So that's good for most people, for other people, all right? Okay, let's go check this out. All right, there's my phone. It's a LG V60, guys, all right? It's the last LG phone to ever be made, pretty much. So this is like the previous app. There's two apps. I have two apps now. I have one called KO Control Systems and one that just says KO Moto, all right? The KO Moto one is the newest one. All right, so this is the one that we used last time to check the throttle voltages. All right, and then now they have a new app. So they're continually improving this stuff, all right? So this video could be obsolete tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna say, all right? So this is the new one. It's called KO Moto, all right? And what it's doing is detecting stuff right now. But let's not. I'll show you where you can get this. But like I said, it'll probably be already obsolete. I might have it still here. I just downloaded something, so right here. Okay. Okay, so if you go to the KO Moto website, under, this is PC software downloads, all right? This is where you would get the PC software, and this is where you would get the tune files, okay? So now they've only got 2 sets of tune files now. One is for all Sur Rons, 60 or 72 volts, all right? And then for Talaria's 60, 72 volts, all right? So I guess some stuff is a little bit different on the Talaria. And there's some tuning notes here, okay? I'll look us over when we start the tuning. I haven't done any tuning yet. I kind of already know what to start with. All right, and then there's the PC app. All right. That's the one that we used before. It doesn't say it's 3.3 or anything, but yeah. Oh yeah, there's version 3.3. Okay, so they haven't updated the PC software yet. Okay, but we're going to use... Oh, yeah. So the Android stuff isn't in here. You have to go to KO Moto app, all right? That's a new menu they have on their website. I don't know. Maybe it's different when you go there on your phone. But it's my suggestion is to browse there on your phone, so you can just download it straight onto your phone and open it. Okay, so we're gonna go to KO Moto app here, and it takes you to new Android and iOS app. All right, this is a beta. What is a beta? A beta is, so if you guys don't know what a beta software is, guys, it's a software that there's an alpha and a beta. All right, alpha means it's like in-house testing, and beta means it's out-house testing. All right, you're letting people download it, and then you know they're using it. It's like a prototype software that people can use, and they and you know if there's anything wrong with it, you tell them, and they hopefully their software engineers can fix it. All right, type of thing. Okay, so yeah. Let me read this. Both Android and iOS apps are plug and play. It should take 5 minutes to set up your bike. Wow, okay. Because it took me hours to get my bike set up. I'm lying, dude. Watch the videos, right? Using the install wizard will reset your controller settings and push default low power tune in the update. All right. So remember when I rode my bike the last time and I told you, oh, it's so fast in the beginning, but it just kind of hits a brick wall, you know, it slows down a lot. Well, that's why, because it's a low tune file is what they call it. All right, low power tune file. So I guess they use the same tune file for all the controllers now. All right, so basically the controllers are just limited by, you know, the hardware and stuff on them. All right, you can put whatever, they all have the same kind of software tuning structure type of thing. Okay, so here's the Android app. If you have an Apple, okay, but we have an Android, you would hit this and then it would download it. I've already downloaded it, and yeah, okay, we'll download it again. All right, you're gonna hit download. All right, it's gonna download, and then so it's called app release, and it says 1 because I've already got it. I've already downloaded on there. Okay, so I'm gonna download it again. Okay, it says it might be a harmful file. If you know, if you know what you're downloading, it'll be okay. All right, so I said no. The KO Moto stuff is legit. Okay, and then after that, you're gonna want to open it. Find out wherever you can open it. Go to the download directory. Right here it says open another. Oh, okay, disappeared. So if that happens, what you could do is go to your notifications, and somewhere in your notifications will say you download it. I hate his Mega needs to clean up his notifications. There you go. Okay, so this one, find out wherever it downloaded the app, try to open it. Okay. Okay, now it's going to ask you open with package installer, and I don't know, for whatever reason it says GPS Essentials. You want package installer. All right, and just put just once. Okay, and then it says KO Moto. Do you want? Oh, okay. So I've already installed it. It's just going to ask you, do you want to install this? Because it's not from the App Store. It's not like a legit app, guys. Okay, so you just download it off a website and you're going to install it on your phone. Okay, so install it on your phone. In this case, it wants me to update because I already have it installed. I'm going to hit cancel because I've already downloaded it and installed. All right, for the Apple one, I would imagine it's probably the same way. I don't know how. I've never owned an Apple phone, so yeah. Okay, it's called Test Flight Software. You need Test Flight software if you're using the iOS beta version. Okay. Okay, and then there's a little quick setup guide type of thing here. Okay, the one thing I that's kind of weird is they don't give you the tune file. Okay, so the hex file. All right, but I've already downloaded it. It was on the web page that I showed you earlier. Okay, so let's go and try to use this thing. Okay, on this Harbor Freight receipt here, I've got my throttle voltages. All right, you might want, if you're just updating your file and you already have a tune on there, make sure you have copied all your settings for one thing. All right, the only settings that I had changed was the throttle voltages. All right, the high threshold and the low threshold voltages. That was it. All right, so it would be a good idea to record those down so you don't have to go look them up again. Okay, so I got 3.55 volts high and 0.84 volts low. All right, and then they want you to add, if you're doing it from the throttle, if you're doing it manually, they want you to add 0.03 volts to the lowest number. So I would put 0.87. All right, this one is one I did. I did an auto calibration, and then that's the number it gave me, 0.90. Yeah, 0.90 volts low, and they're backwards, guys, sorry. And 3.35 volts is high, okay? There, it's quite a bit, it's a little bit off from the from the manual tuning, all right? All right, so I got those, and so I think we'll be good to go. Okay, we're gonna fire up the bike. You should hear a beep, all right? And then we're gonna try to see if we can do this in 5 minutes, guys. We're gonna see how easy it is to do this, guys. All right, so we're gonna open the app wherever it installed it. All right, the app is called KO Moto. All right, not KO Control. That's the old app. All right. Okay, and then it says you might want to refresh, and then you want to look for the one that says KO on it. So this is KO 8619. Yours might say something else if you have a different controller type. But okay, I'm gonna hit connect. Awesome. Well, look at that. We have already connected. All right. So since I've already connected my phone to this, it's probably in the Bluetooth settings already. You're going to want to make sure your Bluetooth is on. All right. My Bluetooth is on. You might want to go, and if you can't find it, go to Bluetooth and then do a, see this little refresh thingy? All the phones are different, guys. So, but find out how your phone could discover other Bluetooth devices, all right? And then there should be other ones here, but it's not. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's looking for other devices. It should already be connected. But anyway, it'll pop up down here. All right, it'll say KO something, all right? But I guess we're using it right now, so it doesn't pop up. It says it's connected, so they want you to set up your controller. So hit continue. All right, so we've got a Sur Ron, and the battery is a 72 volts. And yeah, well, I don't know what custom. I guess if you've got like some homemade stuff. All right, and then you're gonna hit update. Reset the controller to the latest firmware. Please stay. That's interesting. So I didn't. I downloaded the file onto this phone, but I guess it's downloading it from the website directly. I guess it's downloading the newest one. It says please stay close to the controller and do not switch away from the app while updating. Okay, so just leave it like this. You might want to make sure your screen doesn't disappear, so touch it every once in a while. Mine shuts off every 2 minutes, so. Okay, it's doing it. I'd say it takes about as long as it does on the PC. I think the PC took about a few minutes. Alright, I'm going to leave this in real time so you guys can see how long it'll take. Alright, they said you can set it up in 5 minutes. It's 3 minutes right now. Okay, there we go. Now it's beeping. The bike is pissed off at me again. Alright, so we just changed the firmware. Now we got to do throttle calibration. It says beep beep beep. Your throttle must be calibrated before it can be used. Tap start and follow the instructions when ready. All right, so let's go to the bike. Okay, so the next thing we got to do is we've got to calibrate the throttle. All right, so we're gonna. It says here pull and hold the throttle. I'm gonna pull and hold it. Okay, it says release and wait. So I would let go. Okay, pull and hold the throttle again. Okay, release and wait. Pull the throttle again. Release and wait. Boom, done. Pretty easy. Okay, so now they're going to do a motor calibration. So it says calibrate your motor for best results. I have the KO Factory Spec motor, all right, and the KO Factory Spec controller combo, all right. So we select KO Moto, and then we don't have the RS, we have a RS F spec, okay. And our sprocket size, okay, my sprocket size is 48 actually.
Okay, that's the sprocket size I'm using. You're gonna hit next. All right, now it says, please make sure the back wheel is off the ground and can spin freely. The back wheel of the bike should be lifted safely so it has no contact with the ground using stand or equivalent. During calibration process, the rear wheel will spin and may cause the bike to shake when it's running. All right, so it's on the stand right now. All right, so it's not going to go anywhere. All right, and then we're going to hit confirm and start. All right, if you don't make sure your bike is not on the stand, it's just going to take off, guys. All right, so here, boom. Okay, so it says to pull and hold the throttle. Okay, I'm still holding it. Release throttle now. Okay, pull and hold throttle again. The wheel is spinning the opposite direction, by the way, guys. It says release the throttle. Yeah, I was looking at the wheel and it was spinning in the wrong direction, so hopefully it spins the right direction when we run it. All right, your controller is ready for action. Woohoo! All right, it says let's go. All right, there you go. There's the app right there. I'm gonna twist the throttle. Let me back up to the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna twist the throttle. And one thing you want to make sure is it spun the wheel the other direction, guys. Make sure the wheel is spinning in the right direction. It should be spinning counterclockwise from this direction. Okay, that's good. One thing that bothers me is the miles per hour is not working. Okay, miles per hour is not working. Battery is 79.7 volts. The controller temp is, I don't know, it doesn't say, but it's close to the 0 marker. All right, motor temp, there's controller temp and motor temp, right? And there's a menu here, and ooh, look at that, sliders and stuff. I like that. Okay, this is the first time I'm using this app, all right, guys. I think I did kind of briefly see them do it on Facebook, but okay. So yeah, I think the bike is ready to go. What are the settings in here? DC line current is 150. Okay, phase current is 650. Okay, that's different. It was 800 the last time I updated this. So yeah, max RPM is 12,000 because you put the KO F spec motor in there, all right, because that's how fast the KO F spec is rated to go. Okay, it says enable eco and EP switch. So these are the eco mode settings right here. All right, and then there's field weakening. Field weakening is set at maximum. Yeah, baby. Top speed. All right, and then so you can just change a setting and hit save. Oh, this is nice. I like this. This is a nice app. Good job, guys. Throttle response, throttle sensitivity, starting point adjustment, live throttle voltage, motor. So it says KO Moto RSS spec, motor direction counterclockwise, phase shift 27, rated RPM 8,220, pull pairs 4, and you can recalibrate the motor if you want to. Braking, braking, there you go. Cut power when pressed. Brake sensor, no. It's interesting. Enable regenerative braking. It's a little different than the PC one. So some of the stuff is different than the PC, guys. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know what that is. Advanced, don't mess with that, Hades Omega. Okay, there's a controller. Max DC amp is 440 amps. Max phase amp is 830 amps, guys. Firmware voltage 72 volts. Firmware version 24112022. This app version is 1.0.2. Okay. In parentheses 5 parentheses. Okay. Got that? Okay, so pretty much, I don't know, the only thing I can gather from this is that the battery works, all right? What else can you, oh, you can do RPM also, maybe RPM works, let's see. Okay, RPM works. Another thing is, how do I calibrate the wheel thing? Oh, did you notice that when the bike was moving, the menu button disappears? Oh yeah. Look at that. See, it's like phase amps. Okay, and then it disappears. It goes back. When you stop, it goes. You can go back to the menu. I guess when you're in the menu, it doesn't do anything. I'm gonna twist the throttle. Let's see if it goes. Oh, it does. It still does. It still does. Okay. Okay. So when you're in the menu mode, you can still operate the bike. That's interesting. I would not. I know I would not. Type of thing. Yeah, I don't know if there's any way to calibrate the... I think it might be phase shift. So there's a little question mark that tells you, for best results, motor calibration, set this. Okay, don't mess with that. There has to be a way to adjust the speedometer. I don't know how to do it yet. So throttle. Yeah, maybe there's no way to do it. Oh, nope. Yep, that's just throttle. Phase shift, RPM, field week, nope. Motor, we went through all that stuff already. Yeah. That's what I want to know, how to calibrate the speedometer. But I guess you can't. I guess you can't do it with this. That sucks. Okay. All right, there you go, guys. All right, hey, so we did it, all right? So I used the new app that they had, and it was really, really easy to use, all right? It worked the first time. I can't believe it. Yeah, the first time, all right? Yeah, so I'm pretty impressed. Good job, KO. This is loads better, way better than using that PC app, man. PC app was just, it's just all finicky and stuff. They did a good job on the Android app. It works really good. I don't know what the Apple one looks like. Sorry, guys, I don't have an Apple phone. But yeah, that was really easy. They said you can set your bike up in 5 minutes, and that was pretty close to 5 minutes. Yep. I'm surprised. And it was really easy to change the settings and stuff. They have sliders and stuff. Good job. So that is way better than the other stuff. I struggled. I'm not gonna lie. I struggled to get this bike just set up just to start it, okay? And then now, yeah, it's super easy with the app, all right? So they did a good job. It's kind of like a one-size-fit-all kind of app. You just make sure you put the right settings in there, and then it'll kind of do a little base setup for you, and then you can tune it from there. Whether you can save different settings and stuff, I don't know. But what you could probably do is use the app to change the settings, because it's a lot easier to change the settings with the app. And then you can go in the computer, and then you can just click save, all right? And that way, if you do update it later, you can and you do lose the settings like it says you will. All you have to do is reload the settings from the PC, all right? And then boom, you're golden. That, or you can just do a screenshot of all the settings, or record it somehow. I don't know. Like I said, this is still in the beta phase. It's not a finalized product type of thing. Okay, so, but I used it for the first time, and it worked pretty damn good. All right, I'm surprised. And also, it didn't ask to look for where the hex file was. It automatically updated it. All right, that was interesting because it didn't do that. Yeah, we didn't have to download the file, so it might have downloaded it from the website already, and then it applied it to the bike already. I'm not sure, because it never asked where the file was, okay? I showed you where I downloaded the file, and it didn't ask for it. So either maybe it already knew where to look in their downloads folder or something, or it downloaded it directly from the KO website or server or whatever, and it just applied it to the bike. Super easy. The throttle calibration worked really good. All right. Yeah, I had struggled with everything. All right, I'm not gonna lie, but I did struggle with the throttle calibration also. Okay, and then so it'd be interesting to see what settings there are in there. But that was way easier than before. They did that. There's the automatic throttle calibration, and then there's the whatchamacallit,
the manual calibration, you don't have to do that anymore. It's so much easier in the app, all right? And it tells you everything you need to do, all right? It tells you to hold the throttle open, release it and let go, hold the throttle open. It tells you, so all you gotta do is just follow what it says in the app, and you can get your bike set up in minutes, all right? Pretty cool, all right? Hopefully, it seems like it's still work in progress. There's still a lot of settings and stuff that still aren't in there yet, I think. But yeah, pretty cool. I like it. It connected to the bike right away, and then following the procedures and stuff was really easy. And it looks like tuning it and changing settings is really easy with it too. And then you can use it as like a kind of gauge cluster too. So pretty dope. All right, so that was updating the firmware, or setting up, doing initial bike setup with the new KO Moto app. All right, let me see what version this one is. It's a beta app, and so this one is app version 1.0.2 parentheses 5. All right, and the firmware that I installed was 24112022. Oh, okay, that's a date. Okay, that's November 24, 2022. That's the one that I installed before. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to download any. The cool thing is you don't have to download any specific. They only had like two different, or there's 4 different files now. All right. There's Sur Ron 60 volt, Sur Ron 72 volt, and Talaria 60 volt, Talaria 72 volt. All right. Those are the only files they have now. They're pretty much, it's a kind of one file fits all type of thing, all right? But if you use the app, I guess it downloads the file and the settings and all that stuff, and then you can and then you choose what you have, and it will already, you know, it'll kind of like do a little base map for what you got, all right? I think the big thing is you need to set up your battery, all right? Everyone's got a different battery. You know, I think it's set up for a Sur Ron battery, stock Sur Ron battery, or like a bypass Sur Ron battery. All right, I've got a 72 volt battery. Okay, yeah, so that's why it asks you all those questions, and then it'll kind of set it up. But I think the critical thing now is to set how many line amps that you can pull from your battery. Right? I think mine is like 300 amps or something. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool. I like it. And like I said, it's custom tailored to what you got on your bike. All right, and that's why you have to do all the special options and stuff. Cool deal. So thanks for watching. I hope that was educational and entertaining. That is literally the smoothest thing that had ever happened with this KO Moto controller and motor combo. All right, everything else has been like a rocky road from here on out, but man, that was super easy. All right, good job, KO. It looks like they worked hard on it, and it's paid off. All right, so if you're worried about how difficult it is to set up the bike, it looks pretty easy, guys. I haven't fiddled around with the settings yet, but just setting up the bike initially is no headache. Okay? Alright, thanks for watching. Here we go.